See me? Can you see me? Hi guys, it's Lisa and I am finally here to talk about my debt-free journey. First of all, let me give you a background into how and when this all started. I had met this interesting couple who they were in their 60s and basically they didn't have a mortgage. They had paid off their mortgage, and to me, like, that was unheard of. Paying off your mortgage, like, why? Because I was always of the mindset, shit, I just have this mortgage till whenever, and if I die, I die, and then the bank gets the house. That was my thinking, right? And even with my student loans, I was like, who pays off their student loans? I guess that's just gonna stay with me for life, and you know, whatever happens to it after I die, whatever. I was just never really concerned. The only concern I had was with my credit cards. I even had some outstanding medical bills. I wasn't concerned about that either. I was paying them $10 a month, and I was like, y'all just gonna have to wait. Y'all at the bottom of the list, and y'all gonna take this $10 a month until I'm ready to pay you off. And once you're paying any amount on your medical bills, they don't report you. So I was just living life like, yes, I'm happy with that. This was in June, July of 2017. So exactly 2 years ago. So then when I met this couple and realized that, wow, there's a life without a mortgage. Wow. And you know, they really spoke to me. We had a long conversation and they were just living life, and I'm like, I want to be like you when I get old. So I did a video talking about that I want to pay off my mortgage, and one of you lovely ladies told me to watch Dave Ramsey. So I had never heard of him prior to that, so I started watching Dave Ramsey's videos and I became obsessed with his videos. So I became obsessed with Dave Ramsey's videos, and then I started doing you know, the snowball method. I decided, okay, maybe what I was thinking is not the way to go. Let's try it his way. Now, Dave Ramsey's method doesn't quite work for me because I am self-employed. I don't have a fixed income every month. Every month my income fluctuates. So initially it was really difficult to figure it out, and then once I figured it out, I realized I can't do his steps the way I can't do his way. In order for me to have some peace of mind, I gotta do this my way, and I'll tell you the difference. First, let me tell you his baby steps, right? So step one is to have $1,000 in an emergency fund for just like immediate emergencies. Step two is to pay off all of your consumer debts with the exception of your mortgage. Step three is to have 3 to 6 months of expenses in a savings account. Step four is to invest 15% of your income in some type of investment vehicle. Step five is college fund. If you have children, I'll be skipping step 5. Thank you very much. And step 6 is to pay off your mortgage. Now, I will be doing step 4 and step 6 simultaneously, which is investment and paying off my mortgage. We're not there yet. We're planning to be there in January. Okay, that's the goal. So what do I do differently? Step 2 and step 3 I did simultaneously. I could not, because I did that initially. I wiped out my savings account and I started paying down my debt. And then I was like, yo, this, I can't just have $1,000 in an emergency account. Because this is the one income household. I work for myself, so some month I could be making this much money and another month I could be making this much. So you know, my income goes up and down, and I can't, I need a peace of mind. And he promotes what he call it, the zero budgeting, that you budget everything and at the end of the month you should have $0 in your account. Again, I don't do that, and I showed you guys in a budget video before, and I'll show you my budget in a minute. So I know exactly how much I need each month to pay my expenses. Okay, I live by a written budget. Do I go off at times? Yes, we're gonna talk about that. But so if I know my expenses totals $3,500 for the month, I need to have $3,500 in my account at the beginning of the month. So at the beginning of July, which is next week, I am starting the month with $3,500 in my account, so I don't have to worry about July's bills. So the money I'm working for in July is for August. July set. You understand? I just need that peace of mind to know my bills are already set up and paid for. And I did step 2 and step 3 simultaneously. So while I was paying off my debt, I was also putting money in my emergency account, because $1,000 does not give me that peace of mind that I need. So 2 years later, I have paid off my student loans, my medical bills. I know them people was happy with me, and my car loan. And I also paid off the credit card balances I had at that time. We're going to talk about credit cards in a minute. And so I paid off a total of $60,000 in debt for the past 2 years. And I have saved over $15,000 in my emergency account. I would like to have $20,000 in my emergency account. Now let's talk about the emergency account. Your emergency account is supposed to take care of emergencies, right? But for some reason, it does not even enter my mind to take cash from my emergency account to take care of an emergency. I would rather use a credit card. And this is where the credit card bills kept occurring. So for instance, I had to fix the AC in my house. That's an emergency. Trust me, that is like a dire emergency in South Florida. And instead of taking money from my emergency account, I just put it on a credit card. I needed to repair something on my car. Again, I would use my credit card. And so the credit card bills just kept coming. Then I had an emergency. I had to go home because, like I told you guys, my adopted mom died. So now that was like hundreds of dollars I had to spend to go home. And you know, I put the flight and all that on my credit card. And then I had to go to my goddaughter's graduation. Flight, hotel, gifts, everything, credit card, you know. So my point is the credit cards, just every month when I should be putting money towards, because I have one loan left and I should be snowballing this loan, and instead it's like I paying off my credit card every month. Every month I'm paying off my credit card, and the amount is bigger and bigger and bigger, and work is slower this year than it was last year and the year before. So naturally my income is less this year at this time than it was last year. So you would think that I should cut down on the expenses, but so I need to change my mindset when it comes to this emergency account, that when something happens, that's why you have that emergency account, and use cash instead of putting that particular expense on a credit card. That is work in progress. So my snowball has been affected, one, due to less income, and two, due to me keep adding expenses on the credit card. So right now we don't have a credit card balance because we pay it off every month, but we keep using it. We, meaning me, myself, and I. So that is work in progress, because I really, when I tell you I want to pay off this loan by the end of the year, I want to pay off this loan by the end of the year so bad, so I can move on. It's like, you know, when you're trying to lose weight and you plateau, or you're trying to gain some type of particular muscle or whatever, and you just plateau and you're just not moving. I have plateaued, and this last stretch here, I'm seeing the end of the line, but I can't get there, and it is very frustrating. And there are times, sometimes, like once I paid off my student loans and my car, there was a time when I'd just be like, I deserve this and I deserve that, you know, so I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, you know. And what I have to do, I'll go back and watch Dave Ramsey's videos to kind of like ground me and remind me that I'm still broke, yo. I'm still broke. So here we are. I still have accomplished a lot. Yes, I still have accomplished a lot. But by now, as a matter of fact, by the end of last year was when I wanted to pay off everything. But here we are, and like, you know, I did hurricane shutter installations that were damn near $2,500. I put it on a credit card. I mean, you know, it's not an emergency, so technically I shouldn't have taken it from the emergency account. But if a hurricane was coming, that should be considered an emergency, because I'm like, I'm not going through another year without hurricane shutters. So there's little things like this year I want to do my bathroom. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I am hoping it doesn't cost more than like $3,000-$4,000. So again, but I want to invest in my property at the same time trying to do all of this stuff. It's a lot, and sometimes I get frustrated with myself and I try not to, but so anyway, so here we are for the next 6 months. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be so strict. I'm gonna be so strict. But first, before I tell you what I am going to be doing, let me share my budget with you. My budget is split between personal expenses and business expenses. I'm not really going to get much into business expenses here, because like my business expenses fluctuates, and you know, for instance, like office supplies, gas, I can't really control that. If I have a lot of work, then I'm gonna use up a lot of gas. So that's just how it go. If I have a lot of work, then I am using a lot of paper, I'm using a lot of toner, so I have to buy more. So office business expenses, I not gonna it doesn't count here, because my business expenses I claim at the end of the year on my taxes, so that's separate. We're not talking, so you wouldn't see like gas on this budget, because that goes under my business expense. Okay, so like my mortgage, I have my mortgage, I have my homeowners association dues, I have my HSA account. I put $80 in there every month to pay my medical and dental insurance, and also if any co-pays come up along the way. So every month I put $80 in there. Then we have the gym, we have Netflix, I don't have cable, so yeah, I have Netflix, and I do have Amazon as well, but it's not on here because it's not a monthly expense. But I do have Netflix. I should put it in here, huh? Anyways, FPL, which is light bill, Aflac, which is medical insurance, and then I have my personal loan, which is what I want to pay off at the end of the year, my car insurance, internet, cell phone, food, shopping, entertainment. All of that cannot exceed $400 for the month. And I have divided that into food is $75 a week, which is $300 a month, and shopping is $50 a month, entertainment is $50 a month. I can do the entertainment pretty easily. I can do the food. The shopping is where I get tied up. I get tied up there. Long-term savings. I do save $100 a month, which is outside of my emergency account. That kind of falls on the investment. I put it into an investment account, $100 a month. That's not part of Dave Ramsey's process, but again, I kind of like doing something simultaneously. And then my emergency account, I put $150 in there every month. And right now I have $15,800 together. I want to have $20,000 in my emergency account. I might already said that. So that's my budget for the month. Miscellaneous expenses might come up, like something for the house. If I buy something for the house, I don't take it out of my shopping budget because it's for the house. I had to fix the toilet the other day. That's not coming out of my personal budget. No, it's for the house. Yes. Sometimes I have to send money to Trinidad, you know. So those are miscellaneous things that might come up. But these items that I've listed here, these are fixed. These are fixed expenses for the month. And the one area that changes each month is that food, entertainment, shopping group. I am going to do the envelope method for that. So I have envelopes for my weekly envelopes. Let me get it. My shopping, right? My shopping, random expenses, $50 for the month. All right, so I'm gonna go to the bank and get the $50, put it in there. Entertainment, $50 for the month. And then for food, I have 4 envelopes. I have 4 envelopes for food, and each week is going to be $75, right? $75 each week. And once that $75 is done, it's done. No more shopping, no more eating out. Once it's done, it's done. This will help me to, because whenever I use because what I used to do, this $400 is supposed to come from the credit card, and then I pay it off at the end of the month, right? That's what I said that I can do. I got a phone call, so I got cut off. I don't know what I was saying. So anyways, the plan was for me to, this $400, I would spend it on my credit card and then pay it off at the end of the month. But what was happening is that $400 will turn into $500, or will turn into $600 or $700, and so forth. So I will be recording this journey and sharing this journey with you guys. I know I really haven't done much budget videos, but there wasn't really much to report. You know, I was just stagnated basically. But now here we are, and now we have this new goal, we're trying this new thing here. I'm not comfortable having cash. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So we have what, July starts on Monday, I believe. So I could start on Sunday. I could start it on Sunday, so we have like a full week. So from Sunday, this gonna be it. This gonna be it. No more cards. I'm leaving my credit card at home, and I ain't cutting off my credit card, Dave Ramsey. Again, I'm not doing the Dave Ramsey method to the T. I am taking from him the best that works for me. So I don't need to cut up my credit card. Okay. So, but anyways, guys, so that's it. I hope that this is helpful to somebody. If you guys want to join me on this debt-free journey, we can do it. One of the things that I do as well is, like, I have a travel account. I have some money in there that I had put in there from before, and if I need to travel, I could take money from there. So I'm trying my best not to do too much traveling this year. I'm supposed to take one trip at the end, well, the last quarter of this year. You know, it's like when you enjoy doing something and you just gotta like put it on hold. It's real hard, guys. It's real hard, and I get it. So a lot of you, this is like really hard, but the only way to be successful at it is to really try. You know how much no's I said in the last 2 years, and I know I touched on this before. I said a lot of no's. Hey, you want to go to dinner? No, it's not in the budget. Hey, we going out so and so night. Want to go? Sorry, it's not in the budget. I don't suffer from FOMO, you know, where you feel like you're missing out and stuff. I don't. I be quite happy here laid on my couch watching Netflix, or just go to the beach or something that's inexpensive. This past 6 months for 2019, I have kind of eaten out a lot, and so that's going to change in the second half of this year. That's going to change. So anyways, this is the update for the budget. If you want to join me on this journey, it doesn't have to be identical to mine. Your journey is your journey. Everybody's journey is different. Your situation is different, but at least if you get started, write down your budget. A lot of people don't write their budget down. They tell themselves, oh, I know how much I'm spending. Oh, I know. When you start to log every transaction, you would be surprised at how much you're spending. And I could tell you from experience. So don't rely on your memory. Don't rely on, you know, yeah, I know how much I'm spending. I know how much don't. I use the Mint app, and it tracks every single transaction. I create a budget in there, and it's a free app. I create a budget. It's linked to my checking account and it's linked to my credit card. So anytime I use my checking account or I use my credit card, each transaction is logged in the category it belongs. So I could go in there every day and see, okay, how much have I spent towards food? How much have I spent towards shopping? I can see every day how much I'm spending. So it's not a surprise at the end of the month. And doing the cash means when the cash is up, it's up. And you know, when you have cash in you and you spending cash, suddenly the cash goes fast. Cash goes fast. It's like, wait, what did I spend that money on? Now the money done and you can't remember what you spent it on. So when you have no other choice, and you have to be intentional about how you spending that money. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to be some really, really strong discipline going forward here. But anyways, that's all I got for now, guys. You know, I chat and chat and chat and chat. I know this video is going to be kind of long, but that's it. So I hope to see you guys in the comments, coming along on this journey with me. And I will try to do weekly updates. And if the weekly updates start to become too much, I will do bi-weekly, as the case may be. But so next weekend, which will be the weekend of July 7th, 6th and 7th, I will do an update as to how the week went, right? So that's it, guys. I will see you in the next video.